This is KMUW, Wichita Public Radio. Today's the birthday of Kansas-born photographer, musician, author, film director, and activist Gordon Parks. And Wichita State University celebrates with a full day of events today that are free and open to the public. Parks first came to prominence as a photographer and called his camera a weapon against poverty and racism. KMUW's Chris Heim spoke with son David Parks about his life and work, beginning with The Learning Tree, Parks' remarkable semi-autobiographical debut novel.
It was the first book, and it was a winner. It was important for that to be successful in order for him to do the other books. The film is one of 10 most important films made in the 20th century by the Library of Congress.
Just as a work by itself, what strikes you about it? Especially now, here it's 40 some odd years after it was originally written.
Well, it's a very real, true story. It's very important from the standpoint of you were able to depict the time of what was going on in Kansas historically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that how difficult it was for black folks to exist, in that time of day.
Do you think as well that there are particular things it has to say to us now in this time, in this place?
Yeah, I think you can look at The Learning Tree and read the book and look at the film and then survey your situation here now and see how you can actually see the progress you've made. I think sometimes being in the forest, you can't see the trees,
When you look at what he did in so many different realms, as a writer, as a musician, as a photographer, as a film director, how do you account for that in a way? I mean, it's a remarkable boredom.
Yep, I can tell you that for sure. And I picked up on it because I'm the same way. And all of us are, hey, you've done it. Let's go on and do something else,
Of all of the things that he did, would you say there's a particular area he liked the best, and also that you might say he made the greatest impact?
Well, yeah, he made a pretty good impact on everything he did, including his music. His music was played by Elmer Bernstein and Dean Dixon, and his concertos. He had symphonies that he composed that a lot of people do not realize that he's done, because really not that many people know outside of the major cities about my father. But now it's starting to filter into the countryside, because of his death. So
do you think, and this is certainly a question that I think a lot of people are grappling with right now, that art still can be a weapon and it can be a way to affect society and make changes? Well,
you use the word art. And I don't like that word to be used in terms of what we do. We're communicators. We're reporters and documenters. Art is something left to Van Gogh and Picasso, something you put on your wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so he thought that very much what he was doing was documenting what was going on?
Yeah, life. Documenting life, documenting people, the Muhammad Ali story, Malcolm X. That's all documentation. That's not art.
Okay, that's great. Well, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure, darling.
All right, thanks.
Okay, bye.
Wichita State University celebrates Gordon Parks' birthday with a day-long series of free events today, including screenings of Half Past Autumn, The Life and Works of Gordon Parks, a panel discussion, personal reflections of Gordon Parks by the former mayor of Parks' hometown, and a screening of his classic film Shaft. Programs take place in the Radigan Student Center and the CAC Theater on the WSU campus. For more information, check the events calendar at kmuw.org.